Hello. This is to be a short video for multiple reasons. One, because my candle is running quite low. And two, because I do not know how much space I have on my phone. But this is a video that I am taking from my phone. This is purely a test for those who follow me. As I have very few subscribers, I feel the need to put out tests like this and not be too ashamed if they come up in the future. I am filming on my S8, very fancy. It's better than a webcam that's built into a laptop, definitely. Not as good as one that you could get for 40 to 60 to even $100, though after they get to 100, in my opinion, the quality is no longer worth the price. If you're fine with having a wide angle lens that you have to essentially zoom in when you are capturing or make the camera bigger, zoom in however you feel the need to describe it, so that you only capture the image that is unwarped by the wide angle lens, and use the wide angle lens for different types of video capture that can be useful if you're just a general creator and you want to emulate a 90s to 2000s music video aesthetic. I remembered a lot of Marilyn Manson was just the wide angle lens and him coming in close like that. I know that he has a lot of controversies, but I've only been around as a drag king for 2 years now, and I've never gotten a chance to imitate Marilyn Manson. My name on stage, they will announce me as Dean the Vampire King. It's not my legal name by any means. It's not even what I would consider my own name. It is purely an entertainer name. But when you hear a name like Dean the Vampire King, you assume that he has at least one Marilyn Manson impersonation under his belt. And so far, I have not. I have lip-synced to plenty of his songs. One of them I did with a very fucked up... I don't even remember which side it was. It was so long ago, such a distant memory. On my TikTok, I posted my Instagram story, and on Instagram, it's under my performances highlights when I was wearing the wolf mask, and I fucked up my knees very badly. The first one that hit the ground was the one that was most impacted, and I want to say it was my right side, but I cannot confirm or deny. Either way, one of my sides was fucked up, and I can't recall which one all of a sudden. But yes, shit like that happens. And even if there's not a lot of blood to be seen, I went to my doctor about it, and they said yes. The reason, because I was not having any knee problems, I was having hip problems. And I thought that it was because I wasn't working out my hips. I went to a personal physical therapy. PP, it's just PT, physical therapy. I went to that, and unfortunately all of my stuff requires a special type of rubber band, which I don't even really own anymore. I just do twice as much as what I would normally do with the band for the sake of my hip muscles. And I was wondering if there was a problem with that, because I expected my injuries from that night to stick to the knees. But my doctor took a look at me and said, if you hit your knees, it could, like, the shockwave almost of it. I don't remember. I know that they had shockwave in the term, but now all of a sudden it feels weird to say that because it feels very not doctory, but I know that my doctor said that essentially the tension from my knees hitting the ground works all the way up to the hip. And that's why my knees were bruised to shit, which, if I'm able to make, the next video I make will be about that. To make another video before I upload the video about Onision talking shit about Critical and how stupid that bullshit was. I have photos in my Google account, and I remember the last time I went looking for it, it was not too hard to find. I was able to find the bruises that were caused by that night. It was pretty nasty. Nothing too extreme. There weren't any, like, if you've been on the internet since the 2013s, the 2010s, it's nothing too extreme. You know, it just kind of hurt in a very interesting way. I'll tell you that for sure. The dumbest shit tends to hurt in the most extreme ways. And oftentimes I do like to take advantage of that, but it's kind of difficult too in a performance setting. On another part, I have been making music videos lately, but I attempted to upload one of Mr. Brightside, and I asked a friend of mine who was in drag, in the drag scene, online and all that. I asked them if I'd be able to upload it like a music video, it was Mr. Brightside, the other one. I have other ones that don't even have music videos, which I don't know if they'd be more serious about or whatever. I don't understand music copyright at this point, but I want to upload music videos that I make like they did when I was first watching YouTube, where there were home music videos that people made for songs that did not have music videos. And it was great. It was fun. It was a good way to be creative. And that's what I want to do. But because I use the entire song, YouTube is not a fan. Part of me wants to upload the best ofs, just little edits and shit that I think would look really cool together, like a compilation or like a visual collage, like a video version of collage. Because I have uploaded these in other areas where there are, if you were to go into like archives and shit, you could find them on like Twitch streams or other types of streams that people have done. I don't know about the copyright rules of where they've posted, because copyright has just kind of completely gone out the window. So I don't know if you would hear the songs in them. But I have out there these videos, and even on my Instagram, which was, for a while, the video of my lip sync of City Lights by Motionless in White, link down below to my Instagram if you're on mobile, because I don't know how well Instagram on computer, PC, laptop, whatever you're on, watching this that's not on phone, I don't know how well that would work. But I did make a post of that, and I did actually get a notification saying we are taking your video down for copyright. And I just said, nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna fight this. I'm not gonna be against it, whatever. I don't care, because the advertisement that I made for it, which was like the first minute or so of the video, was still up just fine. And I thought that that was a good advertisement, and I could easily upload a YouTube video that was private, that I could link to it through comments if anybody was interested. I don't know, drag is a very volatile, I don't want to call it a career yet, but with things like Dragula and RuPaul's Drag Race, as I've had discussions with my friends from the first day that I started drag, it's, right now I don't know what the fuck to call it other than artistic expression at the very best. I had like a minute of it uploaded for the sake of an advertisement for a stream that it was being shown on, and I was fine with that being the only remnants of it. But then I didn't do anything with the copyright thing, and then I went back to my Instagram, and unless they're showing me as my own account owner, unless they're showing me something different, it appears that my original music video for City Lights by Motionless in White is still up there. I've considered, well, not even considered, I want to talk to a friend of mine, a friend of my parents, but now I'd consider him a friend of mine who has bought music for the sake of one of his bars to be able to play whatever music he wants, with very few exceptions that don't even really fall into the public sphere. I don't remember how he described it. He had very specific names of like companies that he'd have to buy the license from, and how most record companies fall under two main or some shit. I was going to ask him about possibly buying those so that I can prove to YouTube that I have legal rights to them, considering that he said that they didn't cost that much. But I don't know how it would be for the sake, if you were to say that it was for the sake of either personal business, a YouTube channel, whatever, however you could specify the license that you bought it for. I don't really know. But anyway, that's just basically that. I have some videos that I've made with this type of quality made on my phone, which I don't completely mind, but I do like my webcam better just because it is very directly connected to my laptop. It'll probably just be easier to edit that way anyhow. But when it comes to completely unedited, directly made, like borderline live streams, clips, it is a live stream clip, except there was no live stream. It's just me talking completely unedited for, at this point, it is basically 13 minutes, but we will stick it to 14 because I'll probably need a minute to do an outro. I have no outro. I don't know what the fuck to do with anything. We're hitting phase 3 by the end of the month. It's going to be very interesting. I want to start helping out drag youth, especially drag kings, people who are mostly biological female, who may or may not transition to male, but want to present male under certain circumstances. Just because of how drag is, it's known to be very male to female presenting. In my local area at least, I want to, start to make it not flipped completely, but, just show the other side. I want to do that for YouTube. I want to do that in general, especially with how everything seems so stupidly politicized. I know that Landon Sider, the last winner of Dragula, he's pretty openly political, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's, totally fucking awesome. But I kind of want to be the opposite of that, where I say, politically everything is just fucking stupid. And we just need to make art no matter what, and it shouldn't be necessarily pulled politically unless you feel the need to. If you feel the need to, then go right the fuck ahead. But as someone who never really feels the need to, unless it really pertains to them, don't try to pull it out of me. For fuck's sake, it's just gonna make me, not like you. And I don't think a lot of other people will like you either. If you pull people needlessly into political debates, that's not really enjoyed anymore. I think a lot of people have realized that, politics they're not brought up in bars for a fucking reason. It's stupid. And a lot of it is just us trying to battle over which millionaire we like more. That's gonna be an interesting one, but you know what? I'm keeping it in because god damn it, that's just how I fucking feel. And I'm done. Rock on and love all my fucking fledglings. Yes. Fucking love everybody. Please and thank